Hello students, I am Sahil Goel. I will be taking two subjects with you. The first subject that I take is social issues. Social issues for GS paper 1. And another subject I take for the general studies batches, governance for GS paper 2. So both these subjects I will cover with you. We study social issues because there are many problems in Indian society. And there are problems in Indian society because Indian society is a mix of tradition and modernity. Both have got mixed in India. An Indian is half traditional and half modern. While if you look at Western society, Western society is completely modernized. Western society is not traditional. So why this difference is there between Indian society and Western society? You see, in Western society, modernization happened because of a revolution in Europe called Renaissance. Because of Renaissance, everything changed in Europe. People moved from dark age towards enlightenment. Dark age means where everything was driven by religion, and they replaced religion, enlightenment with, they moved from dark age towards enlightenment, replacing religion with science. Science led to birth of industrial revolution, capitalism, individualism. All these factors, all these things happened in Europe, and the reason for these things happening in Europe is a big revolution called Renaissance. But such a revolution which happened in Europe from 14th century to 18th century never happened in India. Renaissance did happen in Indian society, but they never happened on the scale which happened in Western society. So Indian society could never go for the enlightenment process as it happened in the West. Now, in the West, enlightenment led to what is known as modernity. While in Indian society, the modernity was introduced in India by Europeans, especially the British. So in the Indian society, modernity was enforced from outside by the British, and majority of the people at that time still believed in tradition. Tradition means there was a strong belief in religion and our customary practices associated with that religion. So India experienced modernity because of Europe, and because of this, India has a mix of both tradition and modernity. Now, since Indian society is traditional, there are social issues in our society. Had we undergone the process of rationalization, had we undergone the process of Renaissance, which happened in Europe, had such a process happened in India also, we would have never studied this chapter of social issues. So we are studying this chapter of social issues because India is still a traditional society. Traditional society means people still have strong belief in religion and they have strong belief in their customary practices. So because of this, there are many social issues in India, like there is existence of caste system, there is existence of untouchability, There are problems there are there are other backward sections of society like OBCs. Because of the caste system, we study concepts of reservation. Because there is strong existence of tribes in India, we study about their issues. So in social issues, we study caste system, untouchability, OBCs, we talk about reservation, we talk about tribes. Then Indian system is also based on religion. So we have topics like secularism, communalism, and recently in India there has been religious revivalism. Then we also study topics like urbanization and what has been the impact of globalization on Indian society. So all these topics we cover, all these are social issues which is existing in our society, and they are existing in our society because India is still a traditional society. Had we also undergone the process of modernization like West, we would have never faced these issues. We would have never studied these topics. So we study about all these things. Then in governance, we cover issues related to welfare of vulnerable sections in India. Vulnerable sections like SC, ST, women, children, we study about their welfare. Then we study about development process. In India, what is the definition of development? Initially, the definition of development was more economic terms, but now the definition of development has changed after the year 1990. Amartya Sen giving concept of Human Development Index. So we will study about the development process in India. Then I will make you study about NGOs, SHGs, self-help groups, cooperatives. We will also talk about these subjects like farmer produce organization, and also we will cover aspects of health and education sector in India. So all these issues we will cover in our governance chapter. And very interesting is Indian society about these issues. So let's welcome you to our GS batches, and you will get a feel of these subjects very well in Indian society and governance chapter covered by me. Thank you, all of you.